Thank you for tuning in to Spiritual Journey Podcast. I'm Mary Silvernail, and this is Thomas Knights Templar, and we are your hosts for this journey tonight here. Thank you so much for tuning back into us. This is going to be a very interesting podcast tonight, an interesting show, all about how to recognize the angel's messages to you.
The Christmas angel.
Yeah, especially the Christmas angel.
We want to wish everybody a belated Thanksgiving, being that the show came on after it. So we hope you all had a nice time with family and friends, starting off the season of love. And for me, it's the season of love starts on the beginning of November, and it goes right to February 14th. And after that, whatever.
Yeah, well, today is November 28th, 2023, and we won't be back on the air again until after Christmas. So to us, this is our Christmas show. That's why you see the Christmas tree. And we're going to be talking about the Christmas angel tonight and a lot of other things. And you know, especially the Christmas angel is actually Archangel Gabriel, right, Tommy? Yeah.
Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, he was the archangel that was responsible for. He came to Mary, who was in God's favor because she was pure and virginal and all of that went along with it. And she was betrothed to Joseph to be married. And the angel appeared to her and told her that because she found favor in God's eyes, that she would be with child. And he also calmed down Joseph, you know, and let him know what was happening here. So he didn't think that she was defiled by somebody. You know, it was an angel. But she wound up having Jesus, all right? And her cousin, Elizabeth, was pregnant before her, and she was beyond the age of conceiving, but the angel did the job there, and she wound up having John the Baptist. Mm-hmm. So that makes John the Baptist and Jesus cousins.
Yeah. And didn't you say 4 months or something?
Four months prior to Mary getting pregnant.
Right. It was 4 months prior. Yeah. And then, of course, you know, John the Baptist, right, what happened, you know.
Well, you know the famous scene that he says Jesus comes to him. He's a rabbi. You know, he goes like this. He goes to baptize him, and he says,
River Jordan.
You should be baptizing me. You know, John the Baptist was saying, he goes,
to Jesus,
one being greater than the other. Mm-hmm. But no, it didn't go that way. He baptized Jesus, you know, and the rest is the rest of the nativity story. Okay, he's always the messenger angel. I was about to call him Raphael. Imagine that. Gabriel, always the messenger, and he comes with a blue light. He can be difficult to sense, all right, but if you get a sensation of warmth and compassion and love that fulfills you, all right, then that's a sign that Archangel Gabriel is with you. All right, you call upon him for help, anything you need that way. If you need to get in, he's also does the, people want to be more intuitive, they want to be more cognizant, they want to have clairvoyance and clairvoyance and all of that. He does that too. Mm-hmm. He helps you with that. He's the messenger. He's the messenger, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly, and so that's why he helps with that.
Because you become the messenger as you grow your gifts.
Yes, and he helps people that are writers, speakers. He's a very strong angel. He's a gorgeous angel, but very, very, very strong archangel. He's one of the major 4 archangels. Yes. That's the 4 corners. However, Also, of course, which entails the 7 major archangels. But Archangel Gabriel also can come on a very warm, bright, white light. A stream of white light suddenly comes in a room, and it isn't sunshine. That's Gabriel. That's Gabriel. And he's very, 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 very tall. Well, they all are.
Yeah.
But Gabriel is
About
very
18
large.
feet tall. When
Yeah.
when I
Very large
had my
angel,
experience,
right? Yep.
and that was with just a guardian angel.
Hmm.
And she was beautiful, and she was huge. And I was like, okay. So, but the archangels are even larger than that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should be fearful, thinking,
No.
"Oh boy, this huge being is going to be," No, they're light. Really, what they are light.
Their essence. That's
Yes.
what they are.
Right.
They surround you. You could call on your guardian angels at nighttime. I do it a lot of times. I call on them. And the archangels, I have Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael. Those are the 4. And then I add Sandalphon and Metadrin to encompass every way you can go.
My mic closer.
How was that?
Sorry, there. I think that's
Okay.
better. Okay. My office, Tom, okay, in Waretown, the way that I decided on that particular office, I don't know if I ever told you this.
No, this one's new to me.
Yeah, because originally my business was in Freehold, okay, in the 1990s, and then I moved down to Ocean County, and so from Monmouth County. So I was really prone. I was going to rent this other space, much larger and beautiful and everything, in Ocean Township, but by Asbury, because there's 2 Ocean Townships. In Waretown is the other Ocean Township in Ocean County, but this was in Monmouth County. Long story short, what it was is I looked at the longitude and the latitude, and the longitude and the latitude was absolutely perfect. It was divine where the office has been now for 20 years. And the reason is that I look at the longitude and the latitude, not astrology.
No,
I know you were
no.
thinking that.
I wasn't
It's-
thinking that.
it's
I
the-
know you were numbers with the time, with the phone numbers, with the 3 6s.
Oh, no, it isn't just not even numerology. It's the angles of light, because those were the angles of light from the angels. It was perfect the way that they came down onto that particular location and made it divine.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's the truth. And now think about it. When angels, angles of light, right?
Yeah.
ANGEL.
They are
ANGLE.
refractions of the light colors. You think about it.
Yeah, and lots of times they just come. Oh, who is this?
we got?
D. Hi, is that D? Oh,
Oh, we are ringing.
Claudia.
Call from.
Claudia.
To accept, press 1. To send.
That's Claudia. Claudia.
Hi, Claudia. How you doing? Thanks for calling in.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Good.
We're good. We were just talking about Gabriel. Do you have a story to share with us or a question?
I don't. I just wanted to participate.
Oh,
Not yet.
okay.
Well, I'm glad that you're participating.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. We've had discussions that we have had, you and I, about angels and their interactions with you. I would think at this
Yeah.
particular moment in time, we all need to be with our guardian angels and also with the archangels for more of a protective type of thing around us to guide us and keep us from making mistakes. You know what I mean? God created them for you to be a guide for you, and why not use that? Why not do that?
Yeah.
And especially, you're a singer, right, Claudia?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, well, Well, let me tell you, the two angels to really help you with that
That's right.
beautifully. Two of them, Archangel Shamuel, which comes on a beautiful pink mist, baby pink mist, and also Archangel Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Because Gabriel is what gives you your voice, the messenger to get your
The
message across through
messenger
your art.
it gets the lyrics of the songs,
Wow.
and the songs you sing and the expression you put in it is the message that you give in the audience.
That's right.
So the audience doesn't only receive a beautiful song that they're familiar with, that they love, but they're receiving the love energy within the song and the lyrics.
Yeah.
You pause between each word, okay, and give a blessing there. You can't go wrong with that song.
And Claudia, I'd like to just
Yes.
make this little suggestion for you. When you're singing to the audience, perhaps you just imagine surrounding yourself with this beautiful baby pink mist,
Yeah.
okay? And that's Archangel Shamuel. And Archangel Shamuel is the one that's in charge of singing of the choirs of the angels.
Of the angels, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sounds wonderful. I'll do that. Can I ask you, Mary and Tom, how can I see you guys live? On YouTube now, or?
It'll be on YouTube, but you can listen to the podcast on either Spotify or any of the podcast ways of listening
Is
to
it on Facebook?
podcasts.
Is it on Facebook?
Well, yeah, it will be posted on Facebook
It'll be
too.
posted, but is
This'll
it
be
is it live
posted.
on Facebook now?
Oh,
Is
it'll
it,
be
Ken?
posted.
Kenny, is it live on? No, it isn't live on Facebook, is it? Oh, it's on his Hub 17 page. How do people go there, Ken? What's that? Oh, it's linked to Mary Silvernail. We're friends on Facebook, Claudia.
Yeah.
So it's linked to the Mary Silvernail page.
All right, we got to take
Okay,
that
we
call.
have another call coming in, sweetheart.
All right.
Merry Christmas. Okay.
Nice for calling,
Bye.
Claudia.
Thank you so
Christmas.
much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sweetie.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I don't know what happened.
She was on. You took too long. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Would you say the
that the-
angels, the light, and frequency have any correlation?
The angels, light, and frequency. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Totally. Absolutely. That's what they are.
They
and
are pure
frequency,
energy.
they are pure energy. That's right. And the frequency, our earth, actually, all of us, everything we do, and even the storms that happen on earth, it creates a harmonic energy that goes out into the universe.
Harmonic convergence.
Get it? Yeah, that's great, Tommy. Okay. Yeah, and so out there in the universe, they hear that and they know that it's coming from Earth because we have a very unique frequency. So the angels hear that. And that's why, too, when we call out to the angels to come, they will.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, they will. It's really about that. It's about that frequency. So that was an excellent question. Absolutely. And the angels are light. Perfect. Yes. Perfect question. I hope we answered it properly. Did you have anything to add?
No, I thought it was a great question.
Excellent question. Excellent question. Someone else had tried to call in that I saw before, Joanne. So we'll see if she calls back.
Joanne, no.
I can't with.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she has to call in.
Okay.
Right. Maybe if you text her.
I'll text her
and tell her, yeah. Joanne M. Muir? Okay. So anyway, this angel that we have here reminds me, actually both of them with the little pink heart, remind me of Archangel Shamuel. Whenever you see either the little pink lights glowing or you smell the smell of roses, that is Archangel Shamuel. And Archangel Shamuel is the one that you call upon and ask for help with love. There's there's a lot of other things. The stone for Archangel Shamuel is actually rose quartz.
Rose quartz, yeah. Rose quartz.
Rose quartz.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just sent the whole.
Okay, well, I'm sure I had seen other people were trying to call in too, but I guess they got a busy signal. But that's okay.
Call back.
Hopefully they'll call back.
Call back.
I hope you call back.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
Yeah, but that was a wonderful question.
It sure was.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
So, what else do you have to add over here, Tommy?
What do I have to add?
Yeah.
He's associated with the throat chakra, and his color is blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Michael?
No.
That's Michael.
That's Michael's. There's a few with blue that have blue. And
Well, yeah, there are.
and he's also like we were saying before, he's connected with special gifts, clairvoyance and things like that. For people who want to start their spiritual path or start their spiritual ascension, not stay in the 3D world and start to move to where you're supposed to be. God's light. That's who you are. You are God's, and you're God in you. Jesus even told his disciples.
Oh, we have another call coming in.
Call from
Lucille.
to accept, press 1. To send a
Hello, Lucille.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, sweetheart.
Long
nice
time.
to hear.
I know.
Oh.
Nice talking.
Oh, how you doing, honey?
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering, what can angels actually do? Like, can they change something that's destined to be?
So you wanted to know if something was destined, preordained that you chose on your inception coming in, right? Could they change it? Yes, but
Right.
with your permission.
Yeah, because you have free will.
You have free will.
So the angels can do
Well-
all the work and everything around you, but it has to be your free will.
And
Well, I'm
and
talking about
remember,
if something I didn't choose. Like, say, I know we choose a purpose to come into life, but something that you're praying for
Yes.
that's destined to happen, like God forbid somebody was in an accident or something, can they change an outcome?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, we
They
hear
can.
reports
Happened
about
to me
that
a lot
all
of
the
times.
time.
and half the time it's her
Really?
fault because I'm driving not paying attention. And I got to hit the brake, or I miss an exit. It's her fault.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting ride here today. But yeah, Lucille, absolutely, because you know how many times, especially Archangel Michael, will intervene
Absolutely.
and stop an
Really?
accident. And it's, people have reported to me many
That's right.
times that they'll be in the car and they thought that was it, a really bad accident.
Right.
And Michael, somehow or another,
Shielded them.
shielded them.
Yeah.
And the accident didn't
I
happen.
had a couple of those episodes
The
where
protection.
people blowing stop signs and almost sandwiching me.
See, that's
And
that's
it
good
just
to
didn't
know.
happen. But the best one, because I told you about that, I was coming home and my truck was acting up. It was just not running right. And it stalled 2 blocks from my house. I didn't want to call AAA because it would took forever to get there. I didn't want to call a private company because I'm only 2 blocks from my house. I sat there and I went into meditation. I called Michael because Michael could fix anything. And I said, please, Michael, if you get this truck running, I'll bring it to the mechanic first thing in the morning. Boom.
Oh.
Started right up. Drove home, parked it, started up in the morning, got me to the mechanic, and the mechanic, when I said, taking it apart, he says, I don't even know how this thing is running. Everything was fried. And it got me there.
That was only a couple of months ago that happened to you. And, also, though, like, okay, let me give you an example. As far as Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Barachiel working together,
yeah.
when a woman, is told maybe you can't have children. I'm sorry, you can't
Right.
have children by the doctor. Then all of a sudden, they get pregnant, right? That was the intervention of Gabriel and Barachiel. They work beautifully together for that. It depends on what it is. You know, in love, Archangel Shamuel for sure.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Right next to my
Ariel
bed.
likes
Right
to
next to
help.
my bed.
Yeah, Shamuel. Absolutely. But I mean, it could be anything. I have seen illnesses where the doctors say, okay, that there's nothing that can be done, and Archangel Raphael will intervene and cure the person. But what happens is it's from prayer.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you can't just hope for the best. You have to pray.
It's direct.
know?
It's like
So to have a baby, it's Archangel that's called, right? Raphael,
For
and you
no,
said, or
to have
Sam?
to have a
Gabriel and
baby.
Barachiel.
Okay, Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel especially,
Yeah.
and Barachiel,
See,
B-A,
that's what I never heard of him.
oh
Or
yeah,
him.
oh yeah,
Bara.
no,
Mhm.
Barachiel,
IEL.
yeah, Barachiel.
And he's
Well, well, it's a,
an archangel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of them.
that's it. The
Okay.
archangels that all of them end with the IEL, except for Metadrin or Metatron
Metatron.
or Sandalphon. And these were both humans on this earth and were so beloved by God that He elevated them to heaven and made them into archangels.
Yeah, but they walked on this earth, Lucille.
They walked on this earth. He was the beloved scribe, Enoch.
Yeah,
You know, and
That's very good to know.
yeah.
Because I thought once something is destined, it's destined.
he,
I didn't think it could be
Dest-
changed.
All right.
Yeah.
Destiny is this. You picked out what you came to serve on this earth at this time. All right. Out of all the universes and planets, this is the most difficult one. People
Yeah.
are most dense, and you were given free will, and that means that you have free will to totally go against everything, or go with it. That's your choice. All right. And every day in this world, everything is we're making choices. And we're not making all the best choices at any time. We're constantly in a cycle of reliving history. Wars,
Mhm.
wars, and wars again. And there's going to be more wars. All right? Why?
Right.
Because we are so used to it and the thought of it, we use concentrated thought and therefore create it. All you see on television is terrible stuff. All you read in the paper
Well, that's
is
for
terrible
my next
stuff.
question.
Yeah, and
My
that-
next question
Sure,
was
Lucille.
going to be why it seems like half, I don't know if the United States or whatever, is losing faith.
They-
Maybe because I'm listening to too much, the media.
No,
But-
when they listen, they started to destroy the fabric of this country back in the 50s. Okay, then when they get
Yeah.
into the 60s, they started taking God out of school, God out of the Ten
Right.
Commandments, out of the law places, out of the
Right.
They did all of this stuff to remove themselves from God, and this was foretold in the Bible that this was going to happen. Okay,
Mm.
you're living the Bible truths now. You are in the end times. God,
That's
Jesus
scary.
said. Jesus said. I think it was Jesus or it was God. One of the other said, "Well, Jesus is God," and he said, "Goes, you'll know you're in the
Jesus.
end times when right is wrong and wrong is right."
But
And you're
what-
witnessing that now.
But you don't want to scare people saying
don't
the
wanna
end
scare 'em, but,
times.
you-
He's talking about like thousands of years end times
Yeah.
it takes,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, it's not like
Okay.
tomorrow, Lucille. Don't worry about it. Okay?
Thank
Don't worry
you.
about
All
it.
right. Thank you very much.
Listen,
Okay.
Okay,
you want
honey.
to talk thousands of years? That's very true. That could be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the powers that be right now, and everything is in the center of this world, which is Israel. Okay,
Right.
you best believe it. All right, that at any given time, something can happen.
It truly is the Holy Land.
And we
of
had
all
yeah,
religions, actually.
that's right. We
Right,
had we have
right.
we have a battle group there, and it's
But-
only going to be a matter of time before you're going to see China and Russia have a battle group.
Okay.
Right.
But anyway,
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
So
no
thank
heart
you very
attacks,
much.
anybody.
All right.
Peace. Merry Christmas,
Okay.
Lucille.
Thank you. You
Okay,
too. Bye-bye.
sweetheart. God bless.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
You know, all of
Okay.
that could be all dissolved and resolved by love if people would just get back to it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know?
That's what it's all about, love. When we leave this earth, that's all we
And your
take with us
message sharing it
anyway.
well. You know,
Yeah.
love is the only thing you come in with and the only thing you leave here with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you have, possession stuff, they're just possessions. You never really own it and you never really have it. Because guess what? When you're done, the guy who had nothing is the same way. All right, you get nothing special. Okay?
Yeah, you can't take it with you.
Nope.
So enjoy it. Enjoy it
That's
while
it.
you're here and enjoy your family. You know, I mean, this is what really counts here on this earth. You know, your loved ones.
That's right.
It's the
Keep your
truth.
family close. Teach your children the traditions that you have had from when you were a little kid. Teach the traditions. Make sure that you instill that to them because they are being browbeated in their educational system here in this entire country. We were once number 1, now we're number 49.
Yeah.
All right? So we're raising people who just pass on. Oh, you don't know how to, it doesn't matter, you don't have to read, go to college. Okay, this is what they're doing now. All right, you look at the curriculum. All right, I'm telling you right now, if I had the opportunity, I would homeschool the kids. I would absolutely do that. Not that they're not getting an education; they're getting infiltration, indoctrination. Remember those words, because that's what they're getting.
Well, there's a lot of ways too, though, to circumvent that. The way that you do is what Tommy was saying, but you also pray. You pray to the angels. You know, you pray to God. The angels are the messengers that go directly to God. And also, you know, with this holiday season, it's really, really important to recognize the love that is contained. You know, people are nicer this time of year. Did you notice that?
Usually,
Even though
yeah.
people have been cranky and everything, but I've noticed now that the holidays are coming, people are getting nicer. And, you know, let's talk about some of the other ways that people can recognize the angels and the signs from the angels.
The sign, well, everybody gets the angel signs differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could ask.
You have to watch.
Yeah.
You have to look for them.
You can raise your vibration, all right? Because if you're just treading the waters in this 3D world, then your vibration is mediocre, okay? As you start to do the ascension and start to ascend towards who you really are, a child of God, you are God within. Jesus said it to his disciples. Then I tell you all God, and far greater things that I have done, you shall do. But that is never really taught. It's in there, but it's never taught. Because if you recognize your God, you'd have no reason for them. All right? That's why.
Good point.
You know, and not only that, the book has been reinterpreted 1,700 times. Okay? And each time it was done, whoever was doing it had a certain slant onto the book, okay, that promotes their agenda.
Especially King George.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit too much.
But as far as, you know, there are so many things like feathers. People know about feathers. If you find a feather, and I'm telling you, these things are true. I find this all the time, not just with myself, but everybody I know. You know, people
I
are
get
always
dimes.
reporting this.
Dimes everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's your mother. I really believe that's your mother. I really believe that.
Ma, stop throwing thousands, will you please? You know?
Hey, you pick up enough dimes.
I picked up enough dimes.
No, but I do believe that's your mom. And especially because the dimes, because that's a woman, you know, on the dimes.
Mercury.
It's a
Mercury.
sign.
Was that Mercury? That's on the dime?
Huh?
The original dime was a Mercury. It's the running guy. That's Mercury, is that?
Yeah, but there's a woman. Well,
Yeah.
it looks like a woman on the dime. So the thing is that, the other things are the sparkles of light, like Tommy was saying, and the rays of light, like I was talking about, that you all of a sudden notice this, and sometimes you just feel a presence around you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people say, oh, I have a ghost in my house. Sometimes that's just your guardian angel,
Yeah.
that's there helping you and guarding you. I mean, and rainbows. Oh, rainbows are really important. Rainbows go all the way back to Noah. Those are the messages from God. And especially if you're working with a particular angel, or if you're working with the angels, and you don't have to work even with a particular one. You could just say, angels, help me.
If you don't know their names, you can still call out to them.
Yep.
You can call out to them. You can ask them to come to you to help you. Depending on what your need is, you might have multiple needs, and only think you only need one thing.
Oh,
When you
hi,
call
James.
Was somebody called? Oh,
Hi, James. How you doing? Okay. What? Yeah. So as you were saying,
yeah.
yeah. So they'll send you signs. And then, did you ever notice though with music? And I really like it when we were talking to Claudia about the music, and then
Yeah.
we were answered that other question that was on the screen in reference to the frequency. Have you ever noticed, like, especially your loved ones, if a loved one has passed, all of a sudden you hear a song,
Oh, yeah.
and that is your loved one that's in heaven, sending you that song. And then usually what happens, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, Tommy, but I've noticed this. Usually what happens is you hear that song, then the next one is reminding you of that person too. Then the next one,
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
happens.
especially when you see multiples, then know that and the reason they do that is to let you know, to confirm that
It's
them.
synchronistic. It's
Yeah.
synchronistic. There's no coincidences in life. No coincidence. It's all synchronistic. Because whatever you do, or whatever path you're following, okay, they will show you by validation through synchronicity.
Oh, we got another one. Let's see, who's this?
Call from Valerie Hecht.
Valerie.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Hi, Valerie.
Hello.
Hey, Val, how you doing?
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Good,
Thanks for
good.
calling in.
How's it going?
Well,
What do you want to share? Go ahead.
I am very excited to talk to you guys. I had an angel experience that, it just gives me chills to think about it.
Those are good goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I took a trip to Florida, and I drove my SUV down there, and it ended up breaking down, and I ended up buying a new car. And
you bought a new car?
this
Congratulations on the new car, though, honey.
You bought the new car in Florida?
Thank you.
Where did you buy the new car?
I bought
on
it.
the road?
Yeah, I bought it in Cocoa, Florida. I took a trip down there.
Cocoa
I went to
Beach.
see my grandson,
Okay.
and I ended up. There was a little bit of bad energy, so I needed some angelic protection.
Okay.
So while I was at the zoo, I noticed this cute little white feather. It was about 2 inches big, and I picked it up and I kept it. And on the way home, I took that feather and I put it in the visor of my car. I said, okay, angels, I'm going to need your protection. It's a long ride.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was feeling that negative energy towards me. So I was okay on the road. It was a new car, and it had something called adaptive cruise control. And I didn't know how that worked. And I got myself into a situation, and I was coming up towards the back of this truck, and I was trying to make a maneuver to move over. And all of a sudden, the car is making moves, and I'm like, no, you can't do that in
Oh
a
my
situation like
God.
that. You need complete
What's this
control.
on
So I was like,
95? On Route
That's got to be on
95?
95. But that
this
car,
was on 95. It was 80 miles, about 80 miles an hour,
Oh, Valerie, you're lucky to be
and
alive.
wow.
you know,
That's like driving on
but
Staten Island 80 miles an hour.
No, this
Yeah.
is seriously
And-
bad.
But immediately, as soon as I felt like the car start to make a move, like to slow me down drastically, I was able, I guess I pushed on the gas. I got out of that without anybody beeping, hitting their brakes or whatever. It was just like so smooth.
Yeah,
Like, how did I get out? Oh,
It's divine intervention
I,
because you didn't know how to use the equipment in the car, number one. Number two, the car is
uh,
probably equipped with, it's sonar. It sends out a beep and tells you when you're too close to a car and will slow you down
yes,
automatically. Or if you try to
yes.
get out of the lane, I have my car, which I absolutely
Yeah, it was on
disdain
auto
this
drive.
car because this car says to me, maybe you should pull over for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
My car said that to me.
I know.
Okay.
They're very smart.
I told my wife, I said, the next car is not going to have push buttons. If I don't have a little stick over here, I don't want it. Push
The new
buttons
car
are
I
crazy.
have,
And this
has
thing
the
has
push
all these,
buttons.
you can't go out, if you try to
Yeah.
lean, you won't be able to, say you wanted to get off an exit. You didn't have time to hit your handle thing, but you're reaching for it and you're making the turn. Won't let you get out of the lane.
Valerie, did you call upon a particular angel, or did you just ask
That
them to
had to be
come?
Michael. That had to be Michael.
I
Yeah.
actually would, I want to finish this story because
Go ahead.
the good part's coming.
The good part's coming.
Oh,
The good part's
part.
coming.
Okay.
I somehow they got me out of that, and I got into the lane. I was safe, and I said, "Thank you, angels. I knew you did that for me. Thank you so much." But I was still a little shaky, and I said, I'm going to pull off at that rest stop coming up, and I pulled over, and as soon as I parked, that feather came out of my visor, flipped over 3 times and landed on the console. And I said, yes, thank you, angels. I knew it was
That's your
you.
validation.
But
right there.
80
God
miles an
bless.
hour, I would have flipped over probably 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And I just, oh my God, that was,
I'm so
thank
sorry
you.
that happened to you.
This
I'm
whole
so
this whole
sorry,
thing, go
honey.
down with one truck, come back with another one, and then not being familiar with the vehicle, what it could do.
Especially
these
on
days-
95.
I tell you, the when it has that where you could just set the speed and just sit back and do nothing and drive, I don't
Right.
I don't agree with that. I
Neither
really
do
don't.
I don't do that.
That's one feature I hate on the new cars, and then number one feature I hate on the new cars is you stop at a light and the
Well-
motor shuts off.
I can disarm mine.
I disarm
Thank
mine too.
God. Yeah.
All right.
Do you anyway, Val? I want to tell you.
Oh.
Thank God that you're still here. But absolutely, that was a miracle. That was an angelic miracle. Absolutely.
That was an angelic
Wouldn't you-
intervention.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Miracle.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to
Aw.
tell you, I have my book printed up, about 42 pages of angels and all of the above.
Oh,
So I can't wait to
beautiful.
show it to you.
I can't wait to
Yay.
see. I can't wait to see it, honey. We'll have to get together. Okay.
Good
Thank
to
you.
talk to you.
Great to talk to you.
Good night,
Happy
Valerie.
holidays.
You have a wonderful holiday.
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
everybody.
God
Merry
bless
Christmas.
you.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye.
Oh,
That's nice.
wow.
And
That was
there's your
something.
stories. You see,
That was a validation.
validations all the time.
Wow.
the time.
Poor Valerie. Huh?
Yeah.
My goodness. My goodness
That's
gracious.
that's a little bit of a scary thing. 80 miles an hour. I don't even do that.
Well, when you're on 95,
I know.
coming home from Florida, you have no choice. Well, I mean,
Yeah, you have to keep up traffic.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
but-
they'll climb all over you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. And she drove all the way down to Florida alone. You know what I mean? And drove back alone.
She loves that grandson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she
He's
went down.
adorable. I've seen pictures of him
Cutie pie.
on Facebook. Yeah, he's adorable. He's absolutely adorable. Some of the other things, animals many times give us signs for the angels.
That's
that
right.
Many times they step in as messengers, actually working with the angels.
Before I knew I had type 2 diabetes. I was down in my basement. I was laying on my couch. I wasn't feeling well. I had no idea why.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we'll have to
We'll
interrupt
get
that
back
story.
to that one. Okay.
Call from
Day.
to accept, press 1. To send
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Oh,
good.
good. This is Day that asked the question before about the frequency.
This is Day. That's the question about the
okay.
frequency.
Hey, thank you for calling, and thank you for that beautiful message before. That was a great question.
Yeah, it
I
was.
loved it.
Yeah, I'm so thankful that you guys are actually doing this. I'm a big fan of Hub 17, and you were going live on their page, so I started watching, and I really think you guys are filling in this what I like to call the spiritual gap. Where we forget to connect to each other. We forget that angels are related to chakras, and so
That's right.
I think those things pull us away from each other, So I first wanted to thank you, and then I swear this is my last question of the night, and I'm just going to keep
That's
walking.
okay, honey. We love talking to you. That was a fantastic question
That
you
was a-
asked
it really-
earlier.
it really
I
was
loved
good.
it. Yeah,
You
people
know?
don't usually
You
ask.
guys,
People don't
you guys
ask
are
a tech-
fantastic.
They don't,
Oh,
they don't
thank
usually
you.
ask a technical question like that.
I really loved
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it that you wanted to say?
I actually may have, I don't know if it's on topic. If it's not, you don't have to answer. I may have another question.
Yeah.
So there's a psychic medium on Staten Island by the name of Marty the Psychic. And a while ago, when my great aunt passed a few years ago, I actually was able, just by luck, was able to procure an appointment with her. And typically her appointments are like 4 years wait. I was able to get an appointment that year. It was crazy. So I took the appointment hoping that, because I'm human, hoping to talk to my great aunt, not understanding how it works out there. Like, I'm going to go, and this is going to be the phone to my great aunt.
Okay.
And instead, who came through, actually, my great aunt never came through in that reading, were several different family members, one of which was, I always thought he was like my dad, but he was my brother's biological dad, who met a very violent end. And he had come through on the reading to express to me that he always felt like he was my father, and he has indeed been watching me. And that was just something I've always felt. And I didn't know in that moment I needed that confirmation, but it was such a confirmation. And she was able to describe all of these things about him before I could even say, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Exactly.
That
I
sounds
know.
that sounds like Big
Yeah.
Fontaine. That sounds like my dad.
Yeah,
So
right.
my question, I say all of that.
Mhm.
I say all of that to say, like, there's this age-old saying that a ghost has unfinished business, right? Because we're talking about sometimes you feel a not so great spirit around you that's kind of like maybe hanging on. Well, I don't know really how my question is forming, but I wanted to know kind of your opinion on the angels that maybe need our help versus us needing theirs. Like, not so much the archangels, but maybe our ancestral angels.
Our ancestors. Okay. Can I just answer
Go
this
right- go
first
right
and
ahead.
then you
Yeah, no,
also? But here's clarification. Because, people always say when their loved ones leave and go to heaven, or we always say, oh, we have an angel on our shoulder. But really, they're more of a spirit guide that are guiding us, because they're not actually angels, okay? Because they were in human form. There are only two that were in human form that walked on this earth, and that is Metatron and Sandalphon,
yeah.
that then God had ascended into heaven and made them into angels. However, so that's why I just wanted to, clarify that. But the angels really, I don't feel the angels need our help. Their job is to help
Just
us.
help us. They were created
But-
to guide you through this
Okay.
life.
But our ancestors many times, because I'm a medium, I do readings every day, okay? And many times what happens is a person will come to me and think they're going to talk to their mother, and actually,
Yeah.
a uncle comes through, or a friend from the past, or whatever, and then they all line up. But the thing is, that the ones that, like you're saying, hanging around still, and because lots of times they just want, say that they did bad things in this life, all right? And they can't feel that sorrow once they leave their body and they're in heaven, because all they
And no
feel is
emotions.
love and peace,
That's it,
and
just
that's
love.
it. But lots of times, the ones they left behind on this earth still carry that. And especially if you say ancestral, this is important, because many times we carry our ancestors' trauma, sorrows. And if our ancestors let us know that they're fine in heaven and all is good, then it releases a lot of that trauma from us. I hope I answered that some way. What
Well,
do you have
yeah.
to add?
No, when you go for a reading, a psychic reading with any psychic, whether you had to wait 6 years or you had to wait 2 minutes, all right, it's not guaranteed that the person you want to speak to is going to come through. It's going to
Never.
go by who has the most important message for you.
Yep.
All right, and
Amen.
sometimes it could be a friend, it could be a cousin, it could be somebody you never knew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came through for you, right? Because they were guided to do that, and that's I mean I see these guys a lot of times. They're doing a giant reading. It's like 100 people in the audience, and somebody comes through, and then somebody else has the same problem. Richie Bronconi was talking about that one time. He did a thing, and he said something about the heart and this, that, the other. And 5 people had the same thing happen as his mother. I forgot what it was, who the lady was, or this lady was in the audience. But these 5 people had the same exact thing on the same exact day, and these ladies all passed away at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So-
Which is,
and they were all sitting next to each other,
that's,
and
yeah,
they didn't know it.
They were lined up. See, when I do a group, a large group of people, I actually feel something, I'm told something, and then I go directly to the person. I don't just send out to the audience,
no.
Uncle Harry's here, and then
Well,
5 hands raise their
Don't you hate
hand.
that? I tell you,
I go directly to the person, and I know exactly what it is that they need to be told. And you know what I mean? You're like that.
listen, when I
right?
there's a
Yeah.
certain one that I've watched a few times.
You don't have to
And-
just like throw it out there and who's gonna catch the ball.
That's what he does.
I don't
'cause who's got the who had just had the stroke?
Yeah.
Who just had the stroke? You have 100 people in the audience. Somebody had a stroke.
There's a few very
Yeah,
famous
yeah, yeah.
psychics that do that. But anyway, so I did we answer that question though? I hope I didn't like rattle on too much.
I think you
know.
did. I think you clarified the concept for me that, first of all, if they're sticking around, more likely this is not going to be an angel, but this is more so going to be a guide.
Guide.
And
Yes, thank
we
you.
know,
Yes.
in science, we know that people can carry trauma in the DNA.
Absolutely.
And so the fact that you say, hey, especially if they're ancestral, you may be carrying a weight for them. In my sister's tradition, she practices Yoruba. They believe that you can even carry like the addiction for them.
Oh my
so to
goodness.
be cautious
Yes. Well,
about allotting,
that's what I gotta
a
tell
certain
myself.
energy to certain frequencies to take you there. But that's a long way to say
She
yes.
goes, no,
You
no, no.
clarified
What
my
you're saying is 100%. I live at the Jersey Shore, okay? And not too far from Atlantic City. And you would think I would be frequenting Atlantic City, but I don't, because I don't like the energy that
No.
hangs in the air.
Yeah.
All right? I don't
Yeah.
like it. That's
Historical
the
energy.
addictions.
Historical
and they
energy.
look to attach, make attachments. So everything you're saying,
Yeah.
right on, right on.
I can't go to. I can't even go Christmas shopping anymore because there's so much
You were telling me,
so
yeah.
much dastardly
Yeah, I don't mean to
energy.
laugh. Yeah, I understand.
People give me Yankee tickets, like behind home plate. I give them away.
You work with the chakras? I have a
I-
feeling
I-
you were
I'm a-
talking about that. Yes.
I do. I'm an esthetician, and I've by accident fallen deeper into the esoteric.
Yeah.
And so I'm really still I'm studying. I'm doing a lot of studying, So even you guys doing this is, oh my God, it's amazing.
I will tell you, once
This
you
is
start the path,
right up my alley.
Oh, yeah, you're getting a calling.
When you start
Calling.
the path, you have that calling. You start that path. You start the ascension process.
Yep.
All right. The teachers will be giving you.
Right.
All right. They will
Right,
be
they
giving
come.
you as you need to move up further in the
Yes.
ascension.
I have a feeling you're going to move up. Listen, without getting into, and you don't have to give me the year, would you just give me your birthday, the month, and the day?
Yeah, October 10th. I don't even mind giving the year, 1986.
Oh,
I don't
you
mind.
know, yeah, I know. You don't. You're a beautiful lady.
37.
No, she's a beautiful lady.
Now, my
It
son's
has nothing to do
37.
with the
That's
year.
why I
No,
know.
you're gorgeous. I have a feeling you're very, 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 very gorgeous, aren't you? And you
Oh
have
my
such
God,
a
you guys are
beautiful
beautiful
eye
over
for the
there.
art. And I'm
Yes.
just really connecting with you so strongly. And you see the beauty in the essence of people. Right? I
Yeah,
just feel like,
yeah, that
that's
part.
why you're so
I can read
drawn to
people.
this. I know
I
that,
love
honey.
them.
I'm
I
very
love
aware.
humans. I love you
Ah,
guys. I
I'll,
love us. I
I'll give.
love humans.
I love
I'm
this
gonna.
We
lady.
get a hard rap, but
That's right.
humans, we go through so much. Oh my God, I love us. And so I oftentimes can see from like a mile away someone that's hurting or someone that's
Yeah.
really like exuberant but not fully expressing it. My first year in New York, I went to hug a construction worker on the train. I could just sense he needed it. And I'm like going up, I look like such a weirdo. I'm like going up to him. I'm like,
Well, you were welcomed
I'm
here
like-
in New York then.
yeah. So I'm
Oh my
asking him, I
God.
ask him, I go, hey, you mind if I give you a hug? Just like that. No words, no what's your name? Just like that.
And
Hey, you
6
mind
months
if I
later,
give
you
you a
were
hug?
married. No.
And he says to me, well, listen, he says to me, my wife is divorcing me and she's about to take my daughter.
Oh.
Oh,
And
boy.
he
Oh.
begged me. He said,
Oh,
please
boy.
don't hug me because I'll break down. Right. But I saw it across the train. Right. And I'm like, no, I'm going to interrupt it. And I said, hey, no matter what, remember, it's a very Black American saying, you went half on that baby. So she's always going to come home. Okay.
Mhm.
Like
right.
if you know you put in that good energy and you went in 50%, the universe is going to send it back. Okay. You don't know when. It
Yeah.
might not be whichever years. I can't tell you when. I don't know. But I
That's
promise
physics.
you keep doing the good work.
That's physics.
You're going to come back.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Can I tell you something? I'm having a real strong feeling that your intervention there may have saved his life. He might have been, I don't know, I'm just picking up
What-
this feeling that he was considering.
Considering that because
Yeah.
he's losing everything, and let's face it, today, today our
Well,
young people. they
we
look
have
at-
another call
okay,
coming
they
in.
look at the. All right, this.
Yeah, let me get off.
Right.
I'm taking up all your time. You guys are magnificent.
Oh, call us again,
Thank you
honey.
for
Okay.
God
doing
bless
this.
you.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Call from.
Rob.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
What
Rob,
happened?
Rob,
Nope, went away.
Rob, call again. Call again.
Call again, Rob, please. You
All right.
got disconnected
Call again.
when the other call hung up.
Yeah, that's what happened. Do we have a callback number?
Yeah, well, I saw it pop up. I'm not sure how to use this. Kenny knows how. Oh, Kenny, is there a way to call Rob back?
What was the name of the lady you just called?
Day, right? Day. I like her.
So, Day, I'm gonna extend to you an invitation to come over to CTV Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on the third Friday of the month. All right, and you could come on there and be a studio guest on my show, God's Way YTVY, which plays every Friday night here on Staten Island at 9:30. Okay, I think you would find that very interesting. You'd probably meet a lot of people that could help you along your way of ascension. All right, so that's an
That's the
open
truth.
invitation.
Yeah, I really like her. That's why I was thinking about the same thing. So I am also seconding that. And if you still hear this out there, Day, at some point, perhaps in the spring, then we have availability for an opening for a guest, either in April or May, for Astrology, Angels, and More. That's the TV show that I host at CTV. And, but, you know, and then I would love to have you as a guest because I found you very interesting, very loving to speak to. And that's what we like to give to our audiences, you know.
Remember anything?
I just loved her.
Yeah, that thing that she did for the
Yes.
construction worker, that there is what you would call a silent blessing. And when you bless others, you are blessed in return. Okay? That's why you should always wish the best for it. Somebody goes and you want to just say win lotto, okay? And one guy wins a tremendous amount of money, all right? Be happy for him.
Absolutely.
Be happy for him. And say, Father, I want what he has and more. Okay? And that's it. You're given a quiet blessing.
But don't be jealous because
be
if you're
jealous, no.
jealous, you're sending negative energy.
That's right.
And then what's going to happen? It's going to bounce back on you.
That's right.
You know, you don't want to be jealous of anyone because that's all you're doing. You're sending negative energy. It's going to come back to you. You know, and we're all
like
one
that song,
anyway.
Rubber Ball Keeps Coming Back to You.
Yeah, that
Anyway.
song.
Remember that?
Boy, you just brought up a song.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Wow. Okay.
It's in the lyrics.
In the lyrics a lot. Let's talk about a cut. We only have 5 more minutes. So
Anybody want to make a call? Make it now.
Make it now.
Okay, come on, Bobby. Let me see if Bobby. Maybe that was him. Let me see.
I don't know. It was a 917 number.
That's Bobby. That had to be Bobby.
Well, then call him back and tell him to call again. But while Tommy's doing that, a couple of other things that I wanted to mention is that you can ask the angels for a sign. You don't have to just wait for a sign. Ask for signs. They'll give them to you. Let me see. Do we have? And you can not just ask. You can say prayers for a sign. And there was a beautiful prayer here that Tommy had given me for Archangel Gabriel. It's a very short prayer.
It's a short prayer, so I would just tell you, get quiet, all right? Get in a comfortable position.
Oh, he's calling
and
back. Excuse me.
We'll hold that for the commercial.
Call from.
Rob.
To accept, press 1.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Mary and Tom?
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Is that a familiar voice or what?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I do have a question. I hope it wasn't answered previously or asked previously.
Okay.
But are angels non-denominational?
Yes,
Yes, absolutely, and they're in every religion.
that's right.
Ah, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, they're
Absolutely.
talked about
Always good to know.
in every holy book. They're spoken of. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, we have another call. Did you have another question, Bob?
No, not at this time. But I thank you for the answer. That's good to know. We gotta.
All right, Bob, we gotta run,
people-
buddy.
Bless.
Gotta run.
Go ahead, go.
Hello?
Call from.
Donna Canizo.
To accept, press 1. To send.
This calling shit doesn't work.
Hello,
Donna.
Donna. Hi.
Hi. Better
Thank
late
you.
than never.
Yeah, it was good enough. It's perfect time.
No, we're glad you called in. How are you?
You know what? I just found out I got COVID.
Oh, man.
I'm
Yikes.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, maybe I've been praying to Archangel Raphael.
Raphael.
But yeah, but besides that, I'm doing good.
Oh, Raphael is your man.
That's the guy you want.
Yeah.
Surround yourself. I'm telling you, tonight when you go to bed, just pull your
Yeah.
blankets up and then pull an extra blanket up that is the green
Green
light,
mist.
the emerald green light of Archangel Raphael, and pull it all the way up to your neck. And that is your healing blanket. Okay? And surround
Okay, and
yourself
I'll do
by the light.
visualization.
Yeah, emerald's green. And try to start
Yeah.
noticing as much as you can, like around your house, anything green. And concentrate on that green because by you looking at that color, that's going to
Yeah.
produce the energy of healing within your body from Raphael.
You're gonna be doing you're gonna be doing your own fortification of your body. You know, you're gonna be protecting it against what it is, and then removing it. You know.
So sorry you're sick, sweetie, but I'm sure you'll be all better by the holidays.
You want to do a prayer agreement for it?
It just feels like a regular cold.
Well, did you have you had it before?
No, and I wouldn't go for the vaccines.
Good, no, good. I'm 100% with you. All right.
I'll survive through this. I'll get through it. It might be a little rough, but I'll get through it.
Okay.
And with the angels helping me, I'll be awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely, and the key is here that you have the faith in the angels healing.
That's right. You know,
That's
Well, I pray to the angels all the time for all kinds of stuff, and they always, my prayers always get answered. It's amazing. Might take a little time.
Right. But God's time.
Yeah.
That's God's time.
Remember, your faith.
Divine timing, right?
Your faith in the angels, okay, and your validation of their participation in your healing, okay, and your validation to them of your participation, okay. So you're both, crossing the lines there. It's going to fortify your healing. You give no matter how you feel, you thank them every single day. That's how it works. All right,
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. You got to be grateful for something.
That's
Gratitude.
Amen. Amen.
That's right.
Gratitude is extremely crucial.
If they say to you, I was sick for 2 weeks, be grateful you're still here.
Yeah.
Okay, be grateful you're still here.
But you need a lot of rest and everything. We
we
have
gotta
to wrap
wind it up.
up. Kenny just went, wrap it up.
So,
Okay.
usually-
Donna, God
usually
bless
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Mwah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Many,
guys.
many,
Mwah.
many, many, many
All right.
blessings of healing to you.
Everyone,
And
good.
Archangel Rigel has been helping me today. I just got a notice the place where I want to move.
Yeah.
They want me to come look at the apartment.
Oh, good.
Well, it's actually
Raguel.
55 and over. Yeah, Rigel. Rigel
Yes.
is how you say it, right?
Raguel. Well, I say
Yeah,
Raguel.
he's been working for me. How do you say it?
Raguel.
Raguel.
Raguel. And that's the one that helps you find a new place to live. Oh, that's
There you
go. Yeah.
wonderful. God bless.
All right,
honey.
we got to wrap this
Yeah,
up.
we have to wrap
Yeah.
it.
All right, thank you for calling.
Okay.
Feel free to call anytime
Feel
we do the
better,
podcast.
baby.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any
Anytime.
angel
Do I hang-
stories?
just hang
Any
up
angel
now?
stories? Call us.
Unfortunately, we have to hang up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to wrap it
Okay.
up. Kenny said.
Okay.
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 All right.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much.
And
All right.
Tom,
Okay.
Tommy,
And
Okay.
Tom,
Tom.
Knights Templar.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thomas
Thank you.
Knights Templar.
right.
Absolutely, he's the man. Okay, thank
Love that
you.
stuff.
God
Okay.
bless.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Everyone out there in TV land, the podcast is over. Many blessings to all of you. And a Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
God bless.
And a Happy
this
Hanukkah
is
for
our
our Jewish
this
friends.
is our spiritual journey store here. The address is down at the bottom of the screen. You just go to hopehypnosis.com and go to the spiritual journey healing site, which is on the same Hope Hypnosis site, and you can find the page, and you'll find, oh my goodness, hundreds of metaphysical gifts,
That's right.
crystals and candles and anything and everything,
Lions and tigers and
statues,
bears. We got
angels,
everything.
that's on there, bracelets, everything that's on there is something that can help you on your spiritual journey.
That's why
Okay.
that's the name.
Yeah.
Okay, good night, everyone. Good night.
God bless you. Merry Christmas.
We click in. Oh boy.
That's okay. We had some wonderful calls.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
did.
Wonderful calls.